morning, everyone. Hi, Suzanne. Just hang on. Let me put my lights on. Everything's gone haywire this morning. You got to love it, haven't you? So you got wet, soggy. I just got out of the shower. So this morning my computers decided that the one in here was okay, but the other one that I'm working on at the moment out in the other room decided that it wasn't going to do what I wanted it to do. So we tried to set up the other one, and it's taken all this time, but yeah, just about. So this one's fine, but I had to have the other one set up to do some other stuff. So I made it in the long run, which is good. My name's Lorraine. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the Fraser Coast area of Queensland in Australia. Hi, Roz. Lovely to see you. You made it. I hope you're feeling a little bit better. Hi, Daryl. How are you? Good to see you. All right. So we have all sorts of things happening today. I'm not going to... I'll have a quick look through the catalogue. I don't think we need to have a huge look because I think most of you know what's in it. However, I will do that. So we've got Suzanne, Roz, Daryl, Holly, good morning. And Desley, good morning. That's good, Daryl. How's Mum? She's okay, I hope. All right, now my dog's just decided to come in. Hello, Mum. Good to see you. Oh, that's not good, Mum. I'll see if I can give you a call later. It's not like you to get a cold. Where did you go to get that? All righty. Okay. That's thrown me a little bit, hasn't it? All right, so let me go down to the desk. There we go. So today our mini catalogue goes live. Okay, so I'm sure a lot of you have seen a lot of what's in here. Those of you that have catalogues, those that haven't got catalogues, I'll do a quick run through in a minute. Today also started the bonus day. So if you shop and you spend $90, every $90 you spend earns you a $9 coupon, which you can, good morning, Kerry, which you can then, it gets sent to you, a code gets sent to you by email. And it's a bit of a worry. I don't like it when she's not well. So they'll be sent to you by email, and you need to save them because they'll come with a code, and you need to pop that code in when you decide to use them. So every $90, you get a $9 coupon. Just don't lose those emails. I usually try and put them in a folder on their own when that happens. So we've had a couple of new kits released today as well. Lots of new stuff happening all at once. So you've got your the new. Oh, that's good, Daryl. Yeah. Mum. Sorry. The where was I? Oh, the new product of the month has also been released. So we've got a lot of stuff happening at the moment. With your bonuses, your $9 coupons, don't forget also when you shop and you opt in, you also get bonuses, bonus points as well. So many different ways to get money off, or to save a little bit more on your crafting. What would we call it? Habit. Okay, so with the catalogue, let's have a very quick look. So this catalogue goes through to April. And then I believe after that we get the new annual catalogue. So quite a few different things on here, in here. I absolutely love this little kit here that makes the dog, the bird, and the cat. I think it's really cute. Can't see a thing for that one. And there's also the baby book one, which is rather good. I'm thinking of doing the baby book one myself because I have a great niece on the way. So lots of different scrapbooking bits and pieces, quick and easy options for cards. You've got your templates here so that you can follow them if you get a bit stuck. You ordered this morning. I stayed up until, oh, that's right, it's tomorrow for you. I ordered at midnight. I thought I'll just get that order in so that hopefully it's one of the first ones in there and I don't have to wait too long for it to come through. So lots of different templates here that we can use to, if we get stuck with an idea for our card. Reason to celebrate. Then we have this set here, A Touch of Gold Tags, ephemera pack, which is really, really good. Look, this one here is for babies. So I've only got one baby coming, so I'm not sure that I want to get the whole pack, but it's really good. Valentine's Day, all these things coming up. Lovely and beautiful. Okay, that's the one I think I've just ordered. I ordered the suite on that one. I think I ordered the suite. I never know what I've done. The papers are just gorgeous. So, and of course you can use it for both there, and lots of lovely cards. Then we go into Made with Love, the Valentine's collection. So anybody who likes to do Valentine cards, the papers are quite pretty as well with that one. Lots of different ideas for that. Then we have the Happy Easter, which beautiful colours again, very subtle colours. Good morning, Marlene. How lovely to see you. Good morning, Tanya, as well. Yeah, so Easter cards, if you're into doing Easter, this is my very favourite. This was the first one I ordered. This is Nature Walk, and absolutely gorgeous colours, stamps and dies. So beautiful. Sweet Bugs. Now, this one is so cute, and I'm really thinking that that's the one that I will get for doing a baby card, unless I use the maybe the panda out of the Big Little Things. So, but this is just gorgeous. I love the paper, and this will also go with the what was it? The mushroom one that we had before. I can't remember it at the moment, but it was a one with a, not a stamp, a, what do you call it? It did have stamps as well. So yeah, beautiful papers in that one. And then there's the Boardwalk Fun, which would be great for anyone who likes doing that sort of thing. Or I was looking at the papers, and the papers, some of these papers are just gorgeous. I will probably just get the papers from that one. And then we go into Woolly Friends bundle. And the Sunshine Tulips, which looks quite nice. There's a few little things in there. So this one, the woolly one, comes with a punch. So this one, the Love and Joy bundle, that gives you the words, and you can replace the missing letter with these little things here. So that's rather cute. This is the one I've just ordered as well. This is Gears and Textures. I really like anything to do with that. Hi, Siobhan. How are you this morning? Terrific toadstool. That's it, Roz. yeah, so then we have joyful squares, which basically it's the squares and you've got the corners, what have you. That looks quite nice there. And then they're saying, you know, perfectly paired. So I think, I'm not sure where that comes in. Square snippets, 12 by 12, designer series paper. So you get the paper and it's got those little bits and pieces on it. The greenery lane. So that's another bundle that has the washi tape. And I will be getting that one, but you know what? You know, you've got to wait a little bit. Can't have it all at once. This is Love Story. So this is more the one for scrapbooking and exploring nature. So again, this is more the scrapbooking page. It gives you all the same as the other one, but then you get these little pull-out pieces that you can use. So beach time, again, using the one that we've looked at. So lots and lots of different things that we can use here. Shell collecting we've got. So this is a back-to-back stamp. So it's clear reversibles. Stamps are double-sided. Stamp one side by itself or layer it with the other side. Okay, so there is that one. I'm thinking I might get this. I quite like anything to do with trees. So this is Aspen Grove, and it looks really good. And then we go on to the product of the month. We earn rewards and all the other stuff is your index and all that. Okay, that's that. Okay, now I've lost everybody and lost everything, and I don't know why. Oh, there we go. I hope I didn't disappear. Did I disappear? No walking for another 4 to 6 weeks. Oh dear. Never mind. It's best to get it sorted, completely sorted, and then do what you're going to do. So today I'm going to make I called it a wall sconce card, and I really should have looked at the name of the lady who I saw it from. I believe she's from down south. So I'll do that. I'll have a look in a minute and see if I can find who she is. But I saw her do this card and I quite liked it. I'm going to change it up a little bit as I do. But yeah, we'll see how we go. So I've just done a normal card base, which for me is 5 3/4 by 8. When I come to do the sconce bit, this bit here, I'm afraid, oh no, this one's in inches, that's right. But when I cut this piece, she sort of went from centimetres to inches. So this one's going to be 19 centimetres by 10 centimetres. So we can go 19 centimetres by 10 centimetres. And then we're going to score that or fold it in half at 9.5 centimetres. So this is going to make the little sconce bit in the middle. So basically we've just got that. Now, actually she did this a really good way, but I think you can also do it this way. So you just fold that in half. I'm going to give it a bit of a, I know what I've got to do before I start doing give it a bit of a burnish. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop it through the exposed brick, the embossing folder. So hopefully it's not going to fit completely. Maybe I better get a bigger one. Let's use something like the swirls. That should do it. Here we go. So swirly. We'll use that one. And I just checked too that the brick one was still available, and it is. But we'll do the So Swirly, and I'm hoping it's not going to be too difficult to see the lines once I've done it. I'll just pop this through. Oh dear. Can hear sirens, that's never good. What's today? Tuesday. And my brother won't be home. I always get worried when Mum's not well. Always do. All right, so I still have my centerfold, but what I've done is I've popped that through there to give it a little bit of just a little bit of. Now, what we're going to do is I hadn't even thought of this, so this is something new for me as well. But what we're going to do, we're going to use this center line, and we're going to use our lines going this way as well. Hi, Daphne. How are you this morning? Hi, Leslie. Oh, Siobhan. Oh, dear. I remember being like that at work too. All right, so that's the lines that we're going to use. So these two corners here that we have, so let me redo that so that the corners are sitting right on top of each other. Okay, so we're going to work with, why doesn't that look, did I cut that right? Let me double check. That's, I don't think I cut that long enough. So what was it supposed to be? 19 by 10. That's 10. Make sure I've got the 19. Oh yeah, I did. Just me. All right. So what she did was she used, you can see you got the crease on this side. We're going to lift this, and we're going to use these lines that go across here. So basically it's a question of putting that point to that point, but we are going to use these lines. So the first score is going to be at 1/4 of an inch. So we're going to line these two corners up with the 1/4 inch line across there. We're going to get rid of the cutting thing because otherwise the ray is going to cut. And we're going to score. Now I'm going to score a few times because it's got to go through both layers. So that's the 1/4 inch one. And now we're going to do it at 1 1/4. So that is this one down here. So we're going to line that up there so we can see 1 1/4 both sides, and that should give us an inch in here, which it does. Okay, then we're going to do that, and then we're going to come down to 1 3/4. So basically now we're just coming down, so 1 3/4, which is down to here. So we'll bring those lines down and make sure that they're equal, and we'll do that again. And then we want 2 1/4. So we're just going to come down to this line here, which is our 2 1/4. There. Makes it quite easy really for doing this. All right, here's hoping it has scored through, so I'm hoping it's going to be deep enough. So then you open this up. Now you can see the lines. I don't know if you can see my scores here, but they're like a chevron. Okay, so what we're going to do is the first one, and this is why it needed to be, goes that way and then the same that way. So you have that. Now the next one goes the other way. So it's like a concertina, and you do get a bit of a, so that one goes that way, and this one, if I can see it, goes that way. So it's a question of getting them in and right up into those corners like so. And then you've got the next one. This was the one I found the hardest. You get the next one, which is this one here, and it goes that way. So we'll do that. And then we have this one that goes, the little tiny one. Oops, that one's off the line. Let's put it back on the line. Why won't you fold on your line? There we go. You've got to be careful, because if you don't, like I was practicing this morning, and then this one goes inward, like so. Okay, so once you've got it, and this one, this one did this morning as well. It didn't want to do what it was supposed to do. So now you just, those two go in like that. This one, which is the naughty one, comes like that, and that goes like that. So you can see where you're supposed to do it. It just doesn't want to play the game. There we are. Now maybe we've got it. And then this one goes inward. So sorry, I know I'm making it look really difficult, but it's not. It's just getting on those lines and getting them to fold. And I don't know an easier way to do it, unless you got cut on that one, but it's not really what I wanted. You could sort of like define those lines if you wanted to a bit more on the other side, because that's the side that it doesn't want to work on. Right, and then that one. There. All right. So now what you've got is, when you fold it all up, is that. Hey. Yay. So you have that. So that when you pull it out, that piece goes back. Go back. Okay. That's what we've got. So I'm going to try and, sorry people, I've made that look really difficult. And to be honest, it's just the lines on the, that's what you end up with. And it's just these here. This side folds, this side's a bit harder. I suppose you could turn it over and you could do it on the other side as well. Okay, but that's what we've got. So that's what we're working with in the center of the card. So when I put that in there like so, and it'll close up, and then it'll pop out when I open up the card, but it won't pop right out. The card won't open right up. It'll open to there. Alrighty, because you've got to have that stuck at the bottom. And that's how it'll work. Hi, Sue. How are you? Good to see you. So before I do that, we're going to do some stuff on the outside of the card. I'll probably do that afterwards. What I want to do here is just wondering whether I want to put a background on there. I might just put a bit of colour onto this front bit. So let me go with maybe pink and maybe peach pie. See, those two always look nice together. And that hopefully will help to define these lines too. That one's still playing its own game. Never mind. All right, so we'll put a bit of colour just to pick up the swirls. And it'll also pick up those lines. So I'm just going to put a bit of pink on here. Like I said, this morning was just horrendous. Everything went against me this morning. And, you know, you end up in a bit of a funk. Pop a bit of peach pie with that. Those two colours look nice together. They always seem to blend well. I had it all planned that I was going to use like a red and brown so that I had the brick, but we didn't have brick in the end. So I think that will probably do for that. Hi, Monique. How are you? Lovely to see you this morning. All right, so I've just put a bit of colour on there. Now, what I also want to do is trying to decide whether I want anything on the inside of there. That's going to go in there like that. And what we're going to do is we're going to put some flowers inside here. So I want something florally on the back. So what I think I'll do is cut 2 pieces of floral, but light floral. So let me see what I've got. I want it to look sort of as though it's meant to be there. So this one looks rather cute. What do we think? Having this coming up, it's the right colours in the front as well. Coming up from behind, but I don't want it to take away from what I'm going to put in there. Or, what's on the other side? Oh no, not that. Let me have a look. Bring that out. Or we could just go with let me see. We could just go with something like this on the background. You know what? I think that will work. Will I do this one? My goodness, indecisive, aren't I? No, I like that one. So that is what I will do. I'll cut 2 pieces of that to put on the back of my cardstock. And I'm going to cut those because I want it to cover the whole piece. So I'm going to cut them at 4 inches. Yep, making sure I've got it the right way. by 5 3/4. And I should get another one. So I'm thinking that if I pop that on here, you can see it's going to cover that. So I can pop those two on there. Might have a little gap in the middle, and then put that on. It's going to give me that bit of a background that's going to help when it comes to putting the other stuff on. So I'm going to put this on now. On there. Do you know when you want this glue to dry quickly, it doesn't, and when you want it to dry slowly, it doesn't. Let's pop this on the other side. If I need to trim it, I will, which I think I will. So let's reinforce that. And you can see I've got a couple of little bits around the outside, so I will trim those off before I do too much on the outside. Could have made it a bit smaller. And that is now going to go in there, and we're going to cut some flowers out to go in there. So, I don't know what I did with that. Miss Molly, if you put your nose there, I'm likely to run over it with the chair, Poppet. So before I do anything else, I'm just going to secure this in here. So all we're going to do is we're going to pop it there. See how far it comes over. So probably you need to get that in the middle. Probably about equal. So let's leave that like that. And I'm just going to make a little mark so that I would if I could find my pencil, so that I can see where I want it to go. Because I now have to take it off and put glue on it. Hi, Nicole. How are you? Good to see you. Okay, so that was the bottom mark. So we can go, there's the top one. I just want to pop that on so that you can still open and close it. And then what I want to do is put the second one on, which I should be able to just fold it over to get, sorry if you're getting my hair in that. And I should be able to fold that straight over, hold it for a second, and pray that it's going to work. And there it is. That's the little sconce piece inside of the card. Just want to make sure that that's down in the middle like that. So what do we think? So now we're going to put some flowers on the inside, and I'm going to do a panel on the outside. So I'm looking at this here, and it looks a bit like let me see. So this is crumb cake. Yeah, pretty sure that's what it is. So I'll do a layer with the crumb cake, and then I'll do a layer in white, and we'll work on the white layer. Like I said, I'm going to trim this off. I might leave it because I'll probably do it with a knife. Let's see how I go with scissors. It's just that teeny bit. I probably should have just left it like 1/8 of an inch shorter or something. I don't really want to cut the cardboard, which is what I think I'm doing. So just taking this little bit off. Not very well, I have to say. Right, let's hope that looks okay. So I'll do the background in that. Which is 5.5 by 3 3/4. Which will fit on there. I can still see a little bit of that. It's going to annoy me. And then I'm going to do a card front at 3.5 by 5.25. I actually think that, yeah, I've already done white, so I would have probably preferred to have done that in vanilla. But I think with the white it won't work. You've got to sort of keep some sort of... All right. Let's cut some stuff up. Now, what I did think of was... you do need some longer pieces. But I am going to have a little look inside here, because if I've got some bits and pieces in here that I can use, believe me, I'm dying to use them. So I've got all sorts of bits in here, florally bits and what have you. So I'm thinking I'm going to use some of these. And I need some greeneries. I actually wish I had some on stalks. Oh, look, there's a silver one there. I've got so much in this little box, and it's time to actually start using some of it. So I just want to see what greenery I have that is long. I'm dropping all sorts of other bits and pieces on the floor. Oh dear. What have we got? What have we got? Get down near the bottom and see what's down there. Oh, well, we could use that. And what else have I got? Fiddling around here, fiddling around. I don't think I want Christmas bells. I don't think I want holly. I think I'm done with Christmas bells and holly. I'll take some of these out. And I will just literally mix and match it. Ooh, there's a silver and there's a black or brown, all sorts. Okay, let's see if we've got enough there to do what I want to do. We'll give it a go. Oh, there's a sparkly one. Actually, that's a Christmas tree. All right, so on the inside here, I'm just going to make it look so as though there's flowers and what have you coming out from in there. So because this doesn't open right up, you're just going to have to deal with it. So I'm going to put like this one on here like this. So just put a little bit of glue on the bottom. And we don't want a huge amount. We just want some foliage and stuff. So I've got all different colours here. And now I'm throwing it on the floor. So I could sort of put that up or that up behind there. Maybe cut that so that I get another piece. You can see all the butterflies from the other day. Oh dear, all good. Where do I usually cut this? There. Right, let's do it there. So I can sort of pop that in behind. So just a little bit on the front this time. And we're just going to build this up. I've got to be careful that we don't... Actually, that one's a bit low. Might need to take it off and put it down because we don't want it to overlap this part here. Okay, so then we'll pop a bit of that in behind there. What have we got here? We've got a little purple one. That can go in the center of this one. I'd have to look for some more of these little wee ones. I had plans to have everything sorted this morning. So I'm going to pop another one down there. Just going to check that it's not going to come on the outside there. Pop that one there. We'll put a bit of greenery up behind. It's supposed to make it look a bit like a, you know, one of those wall things where you plant your plants. And so I've got that in there. Got a couple of those. These might be a bit big for in there, but we can pop one in behind it. So you need to keep them in just inside those because see it's going to fold, so we need to remember that. So just remember where we're putting them so that when it folds they don't bend and curl. Here's a pretty one. Let's use it. This one's been, I'll put this one on the outside. Like that. And you can put as much or as little on here as you like. I suppose if you were really confident about your folding, you could actually you could actually do this before you fold it. I don't know. Just want that to go there like that. And then we've got another one here. So I'll put these in Now we can put our sentiment here. I'm sorry if I'm not looking at the chat at the moment. I'm just trying to make sure I get these in the right places. Yes, the new product of the month is, oh, I meant to print that off. You will get, yeah, you will get a choice of last month's if it's still available in where you are, or the new one, which, as Nicole has just said, it's a word stamp and it's called Fabulous Sayings. That's what I've ordered over the one that we had last month. I thought it was, for me, it was better. That is not going to work there because it's going to come right out over. Yeah, so it's a stamp set. It's got some nice words on it. Put that behind there. No, it's still going to come out. Bother. All right, well, let's put it down there then. This is the bit that you have to watch, is that you've got your pieces not coming out the side. Yeah, so, I mean, I could have had the blue paper. It does have the DSP from last month, but you would choose that over this month's. You don't get both, unfortunately. So I didn't feel that I needed the blue paper particularly, so I wasn't too worried. Oh, look, we've got it sticking out there a little bit. Unless I take it off altogether, this one is also going to stick out. So we need to move it down and probably straight up. And then we'll pop this one in here straight up and hope. Yeah, it really is a nice little stamp set. That one's going to stick out the top. I think it'll be quite a popular one. Let's see. See, it's going to come out. Doesn't give you a lot of room to put stuff. And I'm just going to put a couple of these little tiny flowers up in there. These are ones that I've cut just to make sure they don't come out. Just to put a little bit up there. Okay, so I haven't got much coming out. I've got everything in there is pretty much laying flat. So there we go. That one could possibly go up a bit. So that gives us that when we open the card, that's what we see. We do need something in behind here. So for me, I think it just needs to be like, you just need to pop it onto the background and put a couple of leaves and what have you in there, and possibly a couple of flowers. So if I get that out again and find a couple more flowers, I'm going to put them onto the back part there. There must be another one, surely. Surely. Maybe not. Oh, there's some of those. They'll go on the back. I don't think we want oranges on the back, do we? Maybe I have used, oh no, there's a couple. Look, there's one. Thought I'd used all my flowers. There's another. So There's lots of goodies down in the bottom here, I can tell you. It's just a question of finding them and getting them out. And there's another one. And I just had that, which I want to put in the middle of one of those flowers. So I haven't put the lid on that. Just listen to me when it falls over in a minute and I go, I knew it would have done that. This one's going to go just a little one in the middle there to give that a bit of oomph. And there was another one which I'll get out for that. So I'll put this onto here. So this is just for the background, just to give us a bit of something in the background, because in these sconcy things, you have the flowers spilling out over and they are also in behind. So they're in the... I just want to put, say, that one there, and maybe I like this. This comes from the branches, which is gone on to Last Chance. So I'm just putting a little bit in here. All I'm doing really is filling space. That's all I'm doing at the moment, so that it doesn't look weird in the background. What if I can fit that little... I didn't stick that there, did I? No, that's good. Might be a bit big. I might just pop this little one in. I thought for a minute there I'd stuck that big one there. Oh, it's not going to work. So we still need to keep either side of the line there. Thanks, Suzanne. Snip the flower so that it'll fold easier. This one. Put a bit more behind there. Now let's hope that doesn't... Gosh. It's still going to come out. It's determined. Let me just put it on the back. Then it can't. Just some greenery on the back. It's a weird day today. It's not really humid yet, but I think it possibly will be. Now, if I put that in there, that's going to... I might put this little butterfly just up in the corner where it's not going to really hurt anybody. I'd love... Or maybe... Maybe just pop it down there. Do you mean this flower here? Hi, Debbie. How are you this morning? I'm fiddling. All right, so we're just going to leave that for the inside for now, and I might put some more bits and pieces in there when I sort out what I want. But that is what we're going to see. Now, unfortunately, you're going to see it from looking down in, but from where I am, that is what you see when you open it. So we'll put a little greeting across here. We'll do something on the front. Now, what I was thinking was maybe... You know what I'm thinking is... Where's the... Gallery blooms I really like, but I would have to... I know what I'm looking for, but I can't find it at the moment. What's the one with the roses with the... here we go. Layers of Beauty. I'm not sure whether that is still current or not. But what I was thinking was that I might just... let me get my... pretty sure this is the Layers of Beauty masks, and I'm just going to go over it just to give us a front. So we have, that's number 4, that's number 2, that's number 1, that's number 3, and that's number 5. So if I quickly stamp onto here, if I do it on, I've always loved this stamp. Let's use the big block. I think that's the one I have to use for it. Pop it on there. And then just ink it up. I'm just going to use basic grey. It is still current. Thank you, Tanya. I love it. I really do love it. And I honestly haven't used it enough. Okay, so it's not going to fit completely on there, so it won't matter, because as long as I've got some of it on there, beautiful. And now we'll start with the masks. What I should really do is right, we're going to use strawberry slush, I think. Petunia pop. Let's use some petunia pop and see how we go. I don't actually mind using the same colour all the way through. I'm going to risk this and not actually, pin it down. Which I really should do. We're just going to pop over the top. And there's our first layer. You know what? I'm going to have to draw a mark because I'm going to be in all sorts of problems if I don't. No, I should be able to get the next. So that's the first one. Then we have the second one, which we... see, told you. All right. Where did that one go? That one went there. So, can I mark that? Probably not. And I don't want to do it with a permanent marker. So what I'll do, see if it's, yeah, that'll work. Okay, and then I moved that, didn't I? So now we're just going to line this up. This is a do as I say, not as I do project, to be honest, because I have moved everything when I know I shouldn't. And I didn't mark it up like I knew I should. How hard can it be? You wouldn't believe it, would you? I think those pieces, I think it all goes into the middle now, sort of. You know what? Instead of mucking around, why don't I just do what I should have done in the first place? And let's have some paper. Fold it up. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do the card retreat. Right, let me put this back over here where it went, which was there. Put that down there. Get my pencil. Anyone would think I didn't know what to do the way I carried on then. And do that. And that. All right, so that's that piece. Now we will go in and we will put number 2 down. Oh, look at that. It works. All right, so we're just going to go over it with the pink again. That's our second layer. And now the third layer, I'm still going to use the same pink as I did before. So this is Petunia Pop, I think. There we go. So that gives us the layers as far as the roses go. Don't do what I did and try and take a shortcut, because it doesn't work. Now I'm going to use Old Olive on the leaves. So now I will just pop this one down. Aren't these fantastic? I absolutely love masks. Okay, so I've got that down. And I will use the Old Olive. Now, the only thing is when you're cleaning these masks, be very, very careful, because otherwise you can get these little bits sticking up and then it's not as easy to use them. And now I'm just going to do another layer with that green. And that will be that. Also, when you're actually doing this, because sometimes you do catch on the little bits that are sticking up. There we go. Beautiful. Look at that. Oh, look at that. It's all right. We'll cover that. All right, so that can now stick on there. I'll put something down the bottom there. Maybe that's where we'll put the sentiment. Pop that onto there like that. Get rid of that. Bring out the card. It should now be fairly dry. We've got a couple of little bits there, which I'm not going to worry about. I'm going to pop that on there. Ah, that's interesting, Lynn. And that is just going to, yeah, the roses are beautiful, aren't they? They look so good. All right. I'm not going to get that out, or am I? A little bit of sparkle in there. You know what I'm like with this stuff. Goes everywhere for me. And I don't always squeeze it. I'm not going to say I'm not guilty sometimes, because I am sometimes. There we go. Little bit of bling bling on the outside. I haven't put a sentiment yet. I might do that at a later time. A little bit on there. Well, thank you, Wink of Star, for not doing a great big splodge on me somewhere. All right, so we have that, and then we can put some gemmies on there. So what have we got? Pinks. Let's see what we've got in the pinks. Actually, it's good to be able to get away a little bit from that strawberry slush. It's the wrong colour. To get away from the greens and reds. What have we got? There's some pink in there. Is Sue still here? I know what she'll be thinking. Actually, I like those ones because they've got a lot of sparkle to them. Thank you, Holly. I've gone a bit over time, but it happens sometimes. I'm thinking I might use these, actually. They do have a lot of sparkle, and they are very pretty. So, let me see. I'm going to put one, two, maybe a smaller one down in here, 3. Just to give that a bit of sparkle. And I'm going to go all out today. We'll also put some sprinkle. On the outside of the card. There we go. So there is our card for today. Oh my goodness. You've had it 5 years. Thanks, Daryl. Hi, Sandra. Lovely to see you. Thank you for joining us. Sorry I didn't see you come on. What's the name of the rose stamp and masks? Okay. The rose stamp is Layers of Beauty, and you can get it with the masks come with it. What else has Lynn been? The die set in the retreat is called Forever Florals. Oh, the retreat. Yep. Oh, well, they might bring it out later, yeah. All right, everybody, that's me done for today. There's the card. We'll open it up. We've got a beautiful little sconce. I would like to see some more stuff in here. Well, I'm blowed. There goes another train. Normally, we don't see trains. We only maybe see 3 a week, 2 a week. That's 2 in the last 2 days. So that is what we've got. I mean, all right, if you look in there, you can see like a dip. But when it's standing up, that's not what you see at all. All right, let me come back up to the top. Well, thank you so much, everybody, for joining me today. I really appreciate it. And if you haven't already, could you please subscribe and give me a thumbs up? Also, if you feel like it, you could share. That's it's all entirely up to you, but it really does help our channels get out there. So we've got our card for today. I appreciate every one of you coming in. I will see you all again tomorrow morning at 9:30. Take care of you and yours, and please be careful on the roads. And I will see you all in the morning. I'm going to go ring my mum now and make sure that she is okay. Okay, bye.